let's look at P. Diddy's birth chart. So the first thing I noticed was his sun in Scorpio opposing his Saturn in the 3rd house. This tells me a lot about the power dynamic between him and his father, but also the distance between them. Saturn can also represent karma. So this means that he took on a lot of karmic weight from the father, and it's in his 3rd house. So this is how he learned. Saturn in his 3rd house represents the karma inherited from the father, affecting his learning and communication abilities. His Saturn is retrograde as well. Unfortunately, his father was never really around, but he still carried on the energy and unfortunately the dark karmic weight. Saturn retrograde is in Taurus as well, so this is learned behavior from the father on how to make money and this sort of energy exchange. I think from a very young age, unfortunately, there was a lot of distorted ways of bringing in money. I think his father was a part of a deep, darker cult. This was just how he was raised, and this is a part of his karmic experience. This was unfortunately just conditioned, programmed behavior that continued on throughout his career. He has a Mars Ceres conjunction in the 1st house, which is also squaring his Saturn. So this tells me the closeness he had for his mother, but also like his need to be the masculine figure for his mother because of his father. This also shows the lack of nurture from the father figure. He has a lot of 9th house. So Sun, Mercury in the 9th house. Arch served as his outlet, allowing him to kind of alleviate the father's burdens. Unfortunately, it took on the dark energy of the father because of that Saturn retrograde in Taurus, finding darker methods of financial support. So he used his voice, yes, but this tells me, of course, he sold out from a very young age, and he continued the unfortunate karmic power inherited from the father, carried it on to other people in the music industry. So he was really entangled in a family operation. Karmic entanglement, I got like a vision of just a spider in the middle of a web. All of these like different operations are happening around him on top of the music industry, and he's kind of acting as the spider that is actively participating in this operation. He's like catching prey. He is one of the most powerful figures at the top of this operation. This is why we are going to start to see this web start crumbling. He definitely excelled in the darker realm, using subliminal messaging. His music, there was an agenda behind all of that. He is a moon in Virgo in the 8th house, which is a very intuitive person. He's really able to make good strategic spiritual moves, and not on the light side. The Pluto South Node conjunction in his 8th house tells me that this has been a very long legacy of whatever this operation is, this darker operation. It's familiar to him. It's been familiar to him. He's been doing this for a long time.